We got the special one. Yes, this is it. The last 10 minutes with the special one, former IBF welterweight champion of the world, Kell Brook.
Yeah.
What's happening? We just had Baz on. I don't know if you see. He's asleep.
How are you doing, Eduardo?
He's in the gym.
Eh?
Kid
He's
Galahad.
in the gym sleeping. He's like a rat.
He is, isn't he? Proper gym rat. How's things for you, mate? I know you must be. You got 3 daughters. I've got 2 daughters, mate.
I've got these 3 little girls running mad. 8-year-old, 5 and 1-year-old. Can you imagine that? And you know, you got.
I sent you a message last week. I was like, mate, do you want to come on Insta Live? You just put no. You're like, no, mate. I said, why?
I know I said I was busy last week, Eddie, but you didn't have to get me pala. Mate,
you're like, I know, but you're like, as soon as you said to me, no, I'm busy, I was like, busy? How can you be busy? Right, that's it, I'm going to get Amir.
I'm going out of my head from when I wake up and they're there at my feet, let's do this, let's do that. We're doing that Joe Wicks in the morning, keeping him fit.
The thing is with you, like, it's a bit of a blow for you because you were on a great run, like, physically. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know that, you know, you don't actually look too heavy, but you're not obviously where you were in your life.
It's hard, isn't it?
Of course it's hard, because I know with you, the one thing with you, which you love more than anything, is food.
Yeah.
Food. And I know.
But when you're bored around here, what do you do?
Of course, we're all stuck at home.
You got a fridge.
Cakes, everything, you know what I mean? So, what's the training? Have you been ticking over? What can you do? You got yourself a little setup there?
Yeah, I've got a gym in house doing little bits, but, you know, it's hard where I live. You know, when we go out, you know, there's police everywhere. It's like there's a lot of old people around where I live, and obviously there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do because everything's locked down.
For you particularly, the one everybody's talking about at the moment, Terence Crawford, important more than ever to keep that weight down because we know if it comes at 47. I think with you, it's like, I don't know what it is about you, right? But when you have to do something, I know you always do it, right? And we spent years, didn't we, where I'd call you up and ask you how your weight was. You'd tell me you were about stone lighter than where you really were, and you know, we know that.
Trick, though, isn't it? And every boxer's trick.
I know, but when you're in a position, you always made it. You know, you never missed weight, right? Like as bad as you were against Carson Jones making weight, and as particularly bad as you were against Errol Spence. Probably, I've never seen you like that before. It is a mission for you to get to 47.
That muscle gain from Golovkin, I think that was a big one with that.
Yeah.
It was so hard to get that weight off.
But you're huge anyway. But at 47, you've got it in there to make it if it's the right fight and the right opportunity for you.
Yeah, you know, the signals we're getting from Crawford's team, they want it. Bob Arum, you know, it's there to be made. So that's a huge fight. Crawford's one of the pound-for-pound best fighters out there. And, you know, I said before I left this game, I want to fight the best out there. So I want
well, listen, I don't think anyone can, you know, you've boxed Sean Porter, beat him. You boxed Gennady Golovkin. You boxed Errol Spence. If you box Terence Crawford, you've boxed virtually all of the top fighters in that division as well. Oh, everything coming through about Crawford. Of course, people coming through about Amir Khan. Have you just given up? I mean, it seems like you've kind of given that up for the last year or so now anyway, the prospect of fighting.
I've given that angle up because, you know, there's no more I can, you know, it's gone past the line now for me. It's, you know, I've done everything what's being asked of me to make it happen. Still not nowhere. People
talking about Liam Smith, right? Liam Smith's a smart guy. Like, he understands the business, right?
Yeah.
And he likened the situation of Amir and you to you fighting Liam Smith, where it's like Amir wants Manny Pacquiao, you want Terence.
I know, but he's probably right. But with me and Eddie, me and Khan, you know, we can talk. When the money's right, we make the fight happen. And it's same with Liam Smith. I'll take that fight. But when we talk about money, that's when we can get sticky on that, isn't it? Because that's like I said, we're prize fighters, and
that's a great fight. You confident with Liam Smith that you win? Do you understand what he was saying? Like, I think, and I agree with this to a point. Amir doesn't, you know, I know Amir believes he can beat you, but to lose to you would really kick him in the nuts.
Listen, and I don't know, like Amir Khan would lie and duck away from that answer. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I believe
and
that.
if you lost to Liam Smith, would you leave the
yeah.
sport thinking, fuck, you know, like, ah?
Absolutely, I understand. That's the feeling.
That's why that's why the reward has got to be worth the risk.
Yeah, and that's same with any fight. You know that.
I saw a couple of comments the other day from our friend Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw them having a little pop saying that you were a little, you know, about take. He says he wants Golovkin now because he's there for the taking.
He's there for the taking now, yeah.
Yeah, now you can fight.
He didn't have the pen, did he, and the balls to do when it got presented to him.
You know what? A lot of people talk about that. It's like, I don't think it's easy to look back on something and say, yeah, shouldn't have fought Gennady Golovkin. And to be honest, if you hadn't have busted your cheekbone in that fight, then I don't think we would have looked back on it in the same way. But people have to understand, you were in a position when you beat Sean Porter, no one wanted to fight you. You had an opportunity to fight Jesse Vargas in a unification. The pound went the other way. The money was shit.
Yeah.
And it was just, we were in a situation where you're coming off the injury, you know, you were stop-start, and it was like, that opportunity. I remember I was in the garden and it was like, mate, do you want to fight Golovkin? We knew you shouldn't really be at welterweight, and it was just one of them where I think people don't really understand the balls in that fight, and you done well in that fight.
I did.
Like, I think if you I think you've got to look back on that fight and think if you hadn't busted your cheekbone up in that fight, like, and by the way, he was at his absolute prime.
He was at his prime. Look at Bull there getting in with him. I know. Fronting him up with that uppercut. See that one there, bro?
Right, that was one of the most electric 3 rounds I've seen, because I've got to tell you, after 10 seconds of that fight, where he backed you up and he hit you with a left hook and he hit you with a body shot, I heard the body shot and I was like, oh, mate. And you've done so well in that fight to come through it. But for me, I really feel like unfinished business, you know, where you had a stop-start career, you won a world title, you've been in huge fights, you sold out your own football club.
I've never had that momentum, have I?
No, you haven't. But I still feel like after your last performance, you've got that momentum. For me, I know we want the Crawford fight, and I know it's there, and I still think that you've got world championships in you at 54 as well. Do you know what I mean? And I almost wish there was a 50 weight class, because it's kind of like that's your magic number, isn't it? 50, 51. Yeah. But, you know, for me, I would love to see you go on and fight for world title. I believe you beat Teixeira. I believe you beat Rosario. And, you know, for me, I would rather you fight. But you can't turn down a Crawford fight.
Of course you can't, you know. And look, you know, me on my game, and obviously them extra few pounds, we're going to have to wait and see me sat here now. But, you know, what I was doing for the last fight, I'll lie to her and everything else. If I got in there with the same app, you know, I'd give him a real fight. You know that,
listen, you're a quality operator, mate. It's good to see your face, mate. It's good to see your face. You're where it all started for us.
I know.
You know,
we've come along well.
Times sitting in... Mate, I know, look at all those belts in the background. Great memories.
We've done it from Hillsborough Leisure Centre. Hillsborough Leisure Centre, me and you, Ed.
All of the lights. Hillsborough said, love more undo, out to beat. The Sean Porter victory in LA, that's still massively underrated. The kid's come on, he's like top level against everyone now. Yeah. But, you know, you have been a stalwart of British boxing. You are still there. You have a lot left in the tank, my friend. And we'll be there backing you every step of the way. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. Quick shout out to the UK fans. The worldwide fans.
Yeah, we've got to keep tuning in. And we need to... I don't know what to say, because nobody's ever seen this, what's going on in the world. What do you do, Eddie? Are you
stay safe? You stay safe, you look after your family.
How are you coping?
I'm not coping. But what else can you do? You get up every day, you be the best version of yourself.